Well, hi, how you doing? This is Armament Dog 2388 for Lightspeed Endurance Motorsports. Brand new racing team. Starting to broadcast on Mixer at least 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes the members themselves will actually be broadcasting independently. But if you come and watch us, you'll definitely see some real good endurance GT racing. You're going to see some good leagues. You're going to see some good rivals. A lot of different things that we do. And we also take requests if anybody ever wants to see something in particular. So come out, give us a little view, see how you like it, you know. Starting off with a leaderboard run today and maybe a few tips along the way. This is Sebring Full in the Aston Martin DBR9, the number 007, but we changed the number for the team livery to 009 in my case. Other members of the team are going to be using other numbers, and we're going to try to stick to them, so you'll be able to tell in replays who is who just by looking at the numbers. And in case you haven't noticed it already, if you can make it out, right there next to the Aston Martin badge, you've got a Twitter address there. That's my personal one until we can get the team Twitter and all the other social media up for the team and get it all up and running. Now to what we're doing. Simple leaderboard run, 5 laps. I typically do 10, but I wanted to keep it kind of short. I didn't want to overdo it for this video. This car, love this car. If you have not driven the Aston Martin DBR9, you've got to go do it. I mean, this car, the tires warm up in about half a lap when you're not even pushing the car really. And you can get to full speed very quickly. There you go. It's a slightly more zoomed in view so that you can see a little bit more of the information there on the back. In case you noticed or haven't noticed, I am an Army vet, and we have a couple other veterans as well on the team, so we welcome veterans. We want to see more people coming out. We're going to be trying to do open lobbies as well, probably once a week. So here we go. First flying lap. First tip that I can give you on Sebring is try to stay as close to that wall as possible. You want to probably be in about 3rd gear for most cars. I know a couple of cars that can take it in 4th because they have an extra gear on them. But you want to take that first turn extra close in order to maximize that arc. For those that might not know, the key to racing is to try to drive the straightest line possible through the turns. Now obviously you can't drive in a straight line through a turn, so you're probably thinking, well, what the hell is this guy talking about? Well, if you look at it on a piece of paper, you look at a diagram of a road, and then you take a string, you can actually find a way to stretch that string across the road through the turn on the picture and keep it as straight as possible. That's your objective. You got limitations, and that's where tuning comes into play. Obviously, you can't. Sometimes the car can't quite turn as much as you really want it to in order to make it. So that's where tuning comes into play. But that's the overall objective. Drive the straightest line possible. Tip number 2 that I can give you today is don't follow the braking line religiously. You'll notice right there that last turn, the braking line, although I did follow it on the entrance to the turn, on the exit it wants you to go further to the inside. You saw how I swung out on the rumble strip. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Another thing I hate seeing, and it's one of my pet peeves, and it gets funny at times. Get a nice good laugh out of it, but when you go into a P-class lobby, you have a car that is well beyond the capabilities of what the braking line says it is, and you go to a track that has big sweeping turns, and you see the line turns red, and if you're in a lobby with a bunch of noobs, you're going to see brake lights. It's going to look like rush hour on 610 in Houston. There's nothing but brake lights everywhere. And it gets to be funny sometimes because if the track is narrow, well, you can't really go around them. So you got to go into them if you can't hit the brakes quick enough. So it turned into some real funny stuff, but don't follow it religiously. Sometimes you can wait to hit the brakes just a little bit longer. Sometimes you can wait just a little bit longer to turn in and take a late apex. And it's actually faster to do it that way than it is to follow the line. That being said, there are times when the line is correct. So it comes to experience to know what those times are. When to follow the line, when to not follow the line. Gotta leave it up to you though to figure that out. Coming around this right-hander, this is a very, very important turn for me because I always underestimate, and a lot of people do. It's very easy to underestimate how fast you can go through that turn. You can carry a lot of speed through that turn, and you wouldn't think so because the line tells you, it's screaming at you, hit the brakes, dude, slow down. Like a big old stop sign. But no, you can actually carry that turn very, very well. If you have a good grip car, then that turn, you almost don't even have to slow down for it. Okay, well, yeah, you still got to hit the brakes, but it doesn't feel like you're slowing down if you're taking that turn right. And of course, the bumpy right-hander to end the lap. Now, unfortunately, the recording wasn't able to capture the whole thing all at once, the whole 5 laps, so I'm going to let this carry out and we're going to pick it up on the last lap. Alright, so here we are. Final lap. We're going to take a look at the leaderboard times. This is a leaderboard run, don't forget. And after that, that's pretty much going to be it. So we come down the straightaway, and this is one of the areas where the weaknesses of this Aston Martin come through very prominently. This thing only gets up to about 150 coming to the end of the straight. You see it right there, 151. And there's that late brake I was talking about earlier. I kind of got on a little bit too late, but I was able to carry it around to the tire wall. And we've got a 206.923. And hey, I won first place. Cool. So we're going to take a look at the leaderboard times. I'm pretty sure that did not break my personal record. My personal record was done with the Jaguar. Yeah, no, I missed it by a mile. 204 if I'm looking at that correctly. 218 in the world, top 5%. Not bad. Not the best. But don't forget to hit us up. We're on Mixer. It's Lightspeed Endurance Motorsports. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Y'all have a good one.